Hello, my name's Stuart from the RAC School of Motoring, and on this episode we're going to be talking about reverse parallel parking, using your own car for your driving test, and whether I think it's a good idea if you should leave town and do your driving test somewhere else. Okay, let's get straight into it. Episode 2 of Just Ask Stuey. Okay, so, oh by the way, I scrapped the first name. RAC responses, gone, out of the window. Didn't really like that too much. Much prefer Just Ask Stuey, so that's what we're going with. We've got some questions in for this week, 3. So moving up a little bit from episode 1, which was maybe a little bit sparse, but anyway, got to start somewhere, right? So I'll get straight into it. So here we go. I've had these prepared again for me. Use of my own car for a driving test. Okay, so a student asked, can they use their own car for the driving test? Yes, is the short answer. Yes, you can. So basically, you just present at the test centre, whoever's taking you, your mum, your dad, your older brother or sister, whatever. The key to this is make sure that your car is roadworthy, okay? So at the start of the test, the examiner will come out and they'll get you seated in the car, and then they'll ask you to perform a couple of things, maybe like pop the signals on, touch the brakes so they can check the brake lights, they'll get you to beep the horn. If the horn doesn't work, technically the car's not roadworthy, the examiner won't take you out on the test, okay? Same with the signals. If the signals don't work, or if a brake light's out, or a bulb, a headlight, anything's not working, the examiner can say, no, I'm not taking you. If the tires, the tread on the tires, if they are bald or below the minimum requirements for road legality, they won't take you out on the test, you lose your money. And pretty much if there is a like a warning light on the dashboard, maybe an airbag light or something that's not quite functioning correctly, they won't take you out. So yes, you can take the test in your own car, but just make sure that it is roadworthy. Check the bulbs before you leave home, take some spares with you just in case, for example, a bulb goes on the drive from home to the driving test centre. Just be prepared for that, but ultimately, yes, you can do the test in your own car. Number 2, reverse parallel parking in a test. Is that a myth that it's kind of been excluded now and no one uses that in driving tests anymore as part of the manoeuvres? No, that's false. Examiners still can call on the reverse parallel park manoeuvre during the test. They don't seem to do it as much as they used to do. In our experience now, examiners are more focusing on high-speed lane changing, merging, entering highways, 100 kilometers an hour kind of high-speed stuff, as opposed to reverse parallel parking. In my opinion, and this is all it is that it's more important that you are assessed on high-speed lane changing and merging, as opposed to whether you can reverse parallel park into a space or not, because ultimately when you pass your test, if you can't or you're not confident at doing the reverse parallel park, then you'll just find another place to park. But if you're merging onto a highway and you're not comfortable or confident doing that and you're on your red Ps, literally you have no choice but to do that. So it's important, in my opinion, that that's where you're assessed and not so much in the reverse parallel parking area. Okay, we're buzzing through this. Hey, we're buzzing through it now. 1 to go. Should I travel to a small town for a driving test where the pass rate is higher? You have no idea how many times we get asked this question. Maybe I should just go to Roma and have my driving test out there, where I'm not sure about this, but there's places where it's still assessed by the local police officer and they're hop in the car with you. You do a few manoeuvres, little drive arounds, U-turns or turn in the road, and then yes, you can drive, off you go. The problem there is if you're not good enough or practiced enough to pass your test in Brisbane with the heavy traffic and the amount of volume on the roads and the speeds and the complexity of some intersections and roundabouts and all that kind of stuff that comes with city driving. If you're not ready for that, there's absolutely no benefit at all in you know, disappearing for a weekend, passing your test in you know, somewhere in Western Queensland, and then coming back to Brisbane, because you're going to be no better off. You're still not going to be prepared or ready to drive on Brisbane roads, even though technically you've got a license. It's just dangerous. Okay, so focus on preparing yourself to pass in the place where you're driving all the time. Okay, please don't go out of town just to pass your test to come back and then, you know, I don't want to talk about the consequences, but just prepare yourself and pass here, and just once you pass, just know that you're ready and you've got that confidence in your own ability. Cool, okay, so let's wrap it up. Again, my name's Stuart from the RAC School of Motoring. Leave your comments below. That's probably better actually. So comment below and I will, or even on any social media, wherever you see this, Instagram or Facebook, wherever, just comment on there any questions that you'd like me to answer, and I will. And I'll see you next time. Coming close to Christmas now. Hope you're all ready.